Well, welcome everyone to another Xango Super Saturday, and today we are going to talk about the Xango compensation plan. Now, a lot of companies talk about their comp plan and say, we have the best compensation plan in the industry. We pay out more money than anyone else. We pay up to 50% or up to 60% or as much as this, or you could potentially, if you become a rock star, maybe earn this much. But you know what? In Xango, we have an amazing compensation plan. I'm going to take you through it. I'm going to show you why we have the best compensation plan in our industry, because Xango pays out their full compensation plan to distributors, and they don't keep any of it for themselves. And that means more money to folks like us. So let's just quickly walk through our compensation plan. Now, first of all, our compensation plan, we're rewarded for using, sharing, selling products. And we have a lot of amazing Xango products. We actually have products for all generations and all over the world. We're selling Xango products currently in 44 nations, with many more opening up in 2017 and many more products being launched. So we have always got opportunities for everyone. We have an amazing comp plan with tons of different types of bonuses. We've got fast start bonuses that are paid weekly. We've got residual income that is paid monthly, and we have amazing incentives and trips that we pay, and rank advancement bonuses that are paid as you hit the various ranks. So we're going to walk through all of that today. First, I want to show you how you make money in Xango. How do you build a network? You simply are looking for people who use and share products with others. So if you're on this call, you're probably already using the products. And so because you are using the products, every time you purchase your products, there are at least 9 people above you in your upline, your teammates, your partners, that are going to receive compensation for that. And so they are there to help you. You're going to look for those people, and you're going to talk to your sponsor and your sponsor's sponsor and so on. And you're going to look for and identify people on your team that are making money through your efforts. They are your partners. They want to help you. They want to help you make money, because in this business, the more people we help, the more that we benefit ourselves personally as well. This is a team effort. And so we're going to use the products, and we're going to share them with others. And as we find customers, maybe they're just using and sharing products because our products are so amazing, even our customers share them with other people. Because people ask, especially with our new weight management line, people are asking, oh my gosh, you look great, what are you doing? And so, of course, you're going to share with a friend like you always do. And when you do that, even customers share. We start to build or leverage ourselves through this network of people who are using and sharing the products. Now, if you're using and sharing the products and the opportunity, then you would be a distributor. You'd be looking for distributors. So a distributor can not only find customers, but they can also sponsor other distributors, and distributors are who earns the money. Now, whether you're a customer or a distributor, it is free to sign up with Xango, and the moment you sign up in Xango, you can sponsor any other distributor or customer anywhere in the 44 nations that we're currently doing business at. So it's pretty cool. And so what we're going to do is we leverage ourselves, is we're going to create royalty income. We're going to leverage ourselves, and as we share the products and the opportunity with others and help them do the same thing, maybe we find 3 or 5 or 10 or 20 people over the next few months or year. And as we do that, many of them are going to share with others as well. And so we begin to leverage ourselves and create this royalty type income. So what is royalty income? Well, royalty income is when you do something once and you get paid for it over and over and over. You know, compound interest is like royalty income. You put money in the bank, and then you get checks in the mail. You get interest every month. Of course, it used to mean something, and today most savings accounts are about 0.5%, and I think actually it's getting worse, and there's talk that we might actually have to pay the bank for keeping our money one day. So that's not really an option today, but, you know, who else gets it? Well, you know, if you're a rock star, right, you play music, you write songs, you sing, you record something, and then every time that's played, you get a royalty check. Movie star, you make a movie, and every time the movie is shown, you get royalty income. Well, Xango stars also earn royalty income. So a Xango star is simply somebody who's using and sharing products, and the more you do that and the bigger you build your network, the higher you start to qualify in ranks, the more money that you earn, and the bigger of a star, of a Xango star, you become. Albert Einstein once said compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. If you understand it, you're going to earn it, and if you don't, you're going to pay it. So what does this mean? So if I find just 3 people who found 3 people who found 3 people, I'm going to begin to have, first 3, and then I'm going to have a dozen, I'm going to have a couple dozen, I'm going to have 100, I'm going to have 200, I'm going to have 500. The numbers just continue to grow as more and more people begin to share the products, and I'm going to get to earn a little bit of a royalty override on all of the sales that occur on that team. Now, our first pin level is called a 1K, and that means I have 1,000 in business volume. And I've also shared the products with at least 3 others, customers or distributors, and they're using at least 100 points worth of products, or they have somebody on their team. Their whole team has 100 points worth of products. And so I now am entitled to 4 levels of this unilevel compensation, meaning every time they order for the rest of their lives. I've been in Xango for 14 years now, and people that started ordering Xango juice 14 years ago, I still get a royalty check. I still get a unilevel commission on every time they purchase those products. So we're beginning to build this network, and it grows. It grows into the hundreds, it'll grow into the thousands, it'll grow into the tens of thousands, and yes, it'll grow into the hundreds of thousands as you continue to use and share these products with other people. So a 1K gets 4 levels of unilevel compensation. That is our residual income. That is distributor orders month after month after month. But when we first get started, new distributors can earn more. So a brand new distributor can earn these Power Start bonuses, and that is on the first order of a brand new distributor. So when I sponsor a brand new distributor, the very first order they place, I'm going to get a 25% commission. And then if I help them sponsor other people, they're going to earn a 25% commission, and I'm going to earn a 15% second level commission just for helping them. And those commissions are paid weekly. So every single week as we look for people and they sign up and place an order, that first order, every single week we can earn weekly checks on our own efforts as well as helping our personally sponsored distributors do the same thing. So as we're helping them make money, we're making money. They get 25% bonus. We get 15% bonus. And we all get those checks next week. Also on all customer orders. All customer orders through 9 levels. Now on your own personal customers, you get a 15% bonus. And you get paid that next week. And the cool thing about customer orders is you get paid next week every time they place an order. And you can also earn weekly bonuses on every customer order in your organization down through 9 levels. And our newer distributors, our 1Ks, our 5Ks, and our 20Ks can also earn a share of a global bonus pool where every customer order in the world, a percentage of that are put into bonus pools and paid out to our 1Ks, 5Ks, and 20Ks. And you can also earn entry level from the day you start with Xango, your spot on the next trip to Xango Paradise. We have these trips every single year, and you can begin to qualify to earn your spot on that trip from the day you sign up as a Xango distributor. So let's talk about some of these bonuses in a little bit more detail, and I'm going to start with Paradise because I just love the Xango Paradise trips. I got to tell you, this is one of my big hot buttons, one of the reasons why I do what I do. I live for these trips. You know, when I grew up, the greatest trip I ever experienced as a child was a trip to Disneyland, and it was my greatest childhood memory. And so as I began, my first dream, my first goal, of course, when I became a mom, and I became a single mom almost as fast as I became a mom, and so it was even tough because I'm living on half the income, but I just want to take my kids to Disneyland, and it took me years to save up the money to take them. And when I got involved in this industry, I started seeing the opportunity to go on amazing trips. I got my first passport because of this incredible industry. The first time I ever went out of the country was a trip I won because of this industry. And that's what, every time I saw a trip, I was focused on the goal. I have not missed a Xango trip. I will not miss a Xango trip because I love to travel, especially when Xango pays the bill. So this year in 2017 there's actually 3 Paradise trips. So there's a trip to Mauritius in March, and our South African distributors are working towards that, and other distributors in that area. And then in Greece there's a trip in April, and all of our European distributors are focused on that. But in North America and South America, we are focused on the Xango Paradise trip that will take place in August of 2017 to the Dominican Republic. And the great news for you is there's still plenty of time to qualify for that. So we'll talk more about that in a minute. But all you basically have to do is get to the position 5K, which I'll explain in a moment. Promote. You need to promote to the position of 5K. So if you're not a 5K yet, get to 5K. If you are a 5K, you got to promote to the next level, which would be 10K. If you're a 10K, you got to go to 15, 15 to 20, etc. And if you get to Premier, then you earn an extra day in Paradise just with the other Premiers and above and the Xango founders. So that's really cool too. All right, so make sure you're in your spot on the next trip to Xango Paradise. And how are we going to do that? Well, we got to promote to at least 5K. So let's go through the Xango compensation plan so you fully understand it. And the Xango comp plan is available in your Xango back office, and it is also available in the group files on the Xango United Facebook group on Facebook. So let's take a look at the bonuses. So first of all, our weekly pay. Our weekly pay is our Power Start orders, and again, that is a new distributor's initial order if placed within 30 days of sign-up. So of course, I don't even sponsor a distributor without an order, so it's going to take place the same day. But if for whatever reason a distributor came in and didn't order, if they order within 30 days, it's paid out as a Power Start. So to get that, all you have to do is personally purchase at least 100 points worth of Xango products. And you are qualified to earn that 25% Power Start on every brand new distributor that you personally sponsor on their first order placed within the first 30 days. Now, if you help your distributor sponsor a distributor, they get the 25% and you'll get 15% if you're on 200 points. So you've got to be on a 200 personal volume order, which would be 2 cases of juice or a case of juice in a Xalo Pro line or juice and ageless or there's so many things that would qualify. But 200 PV gets you 15% second level. Now, customers. So we're going to sponsor customers, and all of our customers we're going to get a 15% bonus paid weekly every time they order. So this is not just their first order. This is every order that customers place. Now you can earn a share of a 3% commission on all customers within your second, third, fourth, fifth level if you're on 200 PV. And you can earn a 2% commission on all customers on your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th level by being on 300 PV. And again, 9 levels of customers, and you can earn those bonuses weekly. They're paid weekly. And we've got a lot of customers in Xango. As a matter of fact, more than 50% now of members of Xango are customers, which means 50% of all that volume at the 9 levels you could be getting on a weekly check. And the other 50% from distributors you could be getting paid on a monthly check. And that's what I'm excited about. We're going to talk about that in way more detail. Our level. Our level is our royalty income. It is our monthly income. It is our residual income. This is the income placed by distributors, or the purchases placed by distributors. And you can get paid through 9 levels minimum as a premier. You can get paid down through 9 levels and beyond, and I'll explain that in a moment, of all orders placed by distributors. And of course, distributors are going to place more orders, more volume. They need extra product for building their business and for retailing, and of course, distributors absolutely are going to purchase products because we get paid for using and selling our Xango products. So this is the monthly residual income, and of course distributors are absolutely going to leverage themselves, which helps leverage you and create some big numbers here in these 9 levels. So let me just take you through what the titles are. And every one of these titles from 1K and above, you get a pin. There's special pins, recognition at these different levels, and additional perks and bonuses. So we talked about our 1K position. Our 1K means I have 1,000 in business volume, and I've personally sponsored at least 3 people They can be customers or distributors. And they have 100 in group volume. So our personal volume, which means the orders we personally place, also are part of our group volume. But let's say I'm a customer and all I'm buying is one single box of Limitless a month. Well, that's not 100 in volume, but what if some of my friends are buying Limitless too, because customers can refer other customers. So maybe I have 3 of my friends that I've referred it to, and I've kind of sponsored them, and they're all buying just a single box of Limitless. Well, all together now, my group volume is over that 100. So for the most part, it's going to be 3 people you've sponsored doing 100, but it could be 3 people you've sponsored, customers who have customers who have customers and so on, and their group volume is 100. So either way, you're a 1K. And as a 1K, you're entitled to 4 levels of compensation. Now, our 9-level compensation plan is as follows. You'll earn a 2% residual income on all of your frontline distributors. And then you'll earn 5% residual income on all the distributors that fall within your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th level. And I want to say something about that for a moment, because 5% on your lower levels is huge. And first of all, the average unilevel compensation plan pays about 7 levels. The really good ones pay 8, and 9 levels is few and far between. And the ones that do pay deeper, usually it's 1 or 2 or 3% on those lower levels. So this is one of the reasons why Xango's compensation plan is so amazing. 2% on your personal efforts. So remember, if I'm leveraging myself and I have 3 people who get 3, I'm only going to have 3 people on level 1. I'm going to have 9 on level 2. I'm going to have 27 on level 3. And we get into the hundreds and then the thousands as we get into the deeper levels. 2% on my own and 5% on everyone that I've leveraged in my 9-level organization. It's huge. All right, so as a 1K, I earn 4 of those levels. Now the next goal I want to get to is I want to get to 5K. So a 5K has 5,000 in volume, and they've personally sponsored 3 people at least that have at least 1,000 in group volume, 1,000 in volume on their team. That includes their personal purchases. It includes all their customers. It includes all their distributors. It includes their distributors, and customers, and so on. So all the volume that they've purchased and everyone in their whole organization, that's all their group. And that group volume, and they've got 3 people they've sponsored that have 1,000 in group volume, and they've got 5,000, they're a 5K. So as a 5K, you get another level. You get level 5. You also get your spot on the next trip to Xango Paradise. You just got to hold that qualification for 3 months. And it doesn't even have to be 3 months in a row. Let's say if you hit 5K and then maybe next month something happened and somebody went backwards, and the next month you picked it back up again, qualified again. It's just 3 months during the contest period. And this contest goes on, this one, till May, through the end of May. So all you have to do is get to 5K by the end of May and have it for 3 months before the qualification period ends. And we are all going to the Dominican Republic in August. And we're going to all be staying at a 5-star all-inclusive resort, which means amazing meals, 5-star restaurants, top-shelf alcohol if you're into that, and a whole lot more. So you're going to love the trip to Xango Paradise. All right, the next spot is 20K. As a 20K, I've got 20,000. It's a kind of a theme here in volume, in group volume myself. So that means me, all my distributors and customers, their distributors and customers, and so on. My whole group, including my personal purchase, is 20,000. And I've personally sponsored at least 3 people with 5,000 in group volume on their teams. So again, as I'm helping my people grow, I help you grow, then I grow, and then we all grow, and then we all win, and we all promote, and we all make more money. It's a team sport here. Now, at the 5K level is we have to have at least 2 legs. Now, what does that mean? Well, I have to sponsor 3, but I have to have 2 placed. What does that mean? That means Xango allows you to sponsor somebody and place them under somebody else if you want. And sometimes I do that. If I sponsor somebody, as I travel in other countries and I meet people, but I think they need some support of the local leadership there, then I might sponsor them and place them underneath that team. Or If I sponsor a doctor and I've got a doctor on my team and I think they could work well together, or whatever the reason is. So sometimes we're going to personally sponsor people. Maybe we know the same people. So maybe if I've got, several family members, if I sponsored new family members, I'm probably going to place them on the team of an existing family member, etc. So I've got to have at least 2 legs as a 5K as well as a 20K. So as a 20K, 3 people I personally sponsored with 5,000 in volume, but I only have to have them in 2 placement legs. So I could have my third one under number 1 or 2, but I got to have at least 2 legs. All right, Premier. Premier is the happy place. Premier is the 9 full levels of our compensation plan. Premier is where we pick up a share in our global bonus pool. Premier is where we get an extra day in paradise to spend with just Premiers and above and with our founders. Premier is where we get very special recognition, and we begin to really establish ourselves as leaders. We're able to make full-time income at this point. As a matter of fact, most 20Ks, it's full-time income. The average income of a 20K is the average income of the American job. But at Premier, we're starting to make some money, and we're starting to make more than the average household in America. And so this is really what we're striving for as quickly as we can. And at the Premier level, all we have to do is have 50,000 in volume, and we have to have 2 of our teams with 20,000 in volume, and then the third one can be at 5,000 still. So remember, at 20K, we had 3 teams with 5,000. We just have to help 2 of the 3 get to 20,000 in volume, and we have to get to 50,000 in volume, and we make Premier. Now, Premier gets 9 full levels of compensation and the share of the global bonus pool. And we haven't even talked about the rank advancement bonuses yet that start at 20K. You are happy when you are a Premier or above. Now, we've got several levels of Premiers. We have a 100K Premier, a 200K Premier, and a 500K Premier, and they all still get the 9 levels of compensation, but what they also get is larger shares of the global bonus pool and bigger rank advancement bonuses. So to be a 100K Premier, this is where we need 4 people that we sponsored now, and we need at least 3 placement legs. So I can still have my 4th person under one of my 3, but I've got 3 teams I'm building. So 3 of the people I've sponsored have at least 20,000 in volume, and one of them at least 5,000 in volume. I've got 3 legs, so at least 2 of the placement legs have 20,000 in volume. At least one of them has 5,000 in volume, and I get to 100K Premier. 200K Premier, I have 200,000 in volume. I've got 3 teams with 50,000 in volume and one with 20,000 in volume. And my placement legs, 2 of them have 50,000, one has 20,000. And 500K Premier, this is where I need 5 personally sponsored leaders. Actually, I need 5 personally sponsored teams that have volume. One of those teams has 200,000 in group volume. 2 of them have 100,000 in group volume. And 2 of them have 50,000 in group volume. And I've got 3 placement legs. I've got one with 200, one with 100,000, and one with 50,000. Now let me tell you about the 500K Premier. They have another global bonus pool all of their own. And of course the rank advancement bonus is huge, the recognition, the income, the lifestyle. So if you want to go to the very top of this compensation plan, that's 500K Premier. And we're going to talk about strategies to get there. Now, the next thing I want to talk about before we get to that is some of our additional bonuses. These are our lifestyle bonuses. So one of them is Drive Your Own Dream. It's kind of like a car bonus. People call it a car bonus, but Xango doesn't make you buy a car. You can actually use the money for whatever you want to. And you can start to earn your first Drive Your Own Dream bonus at the 5K position, and you have 10,000 in volume, so kind of like a 10K really. And of course you're on 200 a month for all these bonuses. From 20K and beyond, you're at 200 a month. To get your second level Power Start, you're at 200 a month. To get customers below your first level, you're at 200 a month. And to get the lifestyle bonuses, you're at 200 a month. So pretty much everyone who's serious about the business and wants to make the money and wants to leverage our comp plan is at least at 200 a month. And then as you gain customers down in your lower levels, that's when you're going to bump up to 3. But 200 a month, and you're getting qualified for your Drive Your Own Dream bonus as well. and $400 a month extra. So again, I have to be a 5K, which means I personally sponsored 3 people with 1,000 on their team, and I have to have 10,000 on my team. And I have to have no more than 5,000 in one leg, and I get an extra $400 here. When I get to Premier, I can get an extra $600, and when I get to 200K, an extra $800, and that's a month. But now let me talk about the rank advancement bonuses. And by the way, this is new as of January 1st, 2017. We've always had rank advancement bonuses, but we used to have 2 levels of them. We used to have one level, here's your rank advancement bonus if you hit it whenever, and then we used to have another level called accelerated if you hit it within a certain time period. And Xango has decided to give everyone the accelerated bonuses no matter how long it takes you to get there. In addition to that, they were giving it to you in a far less period of time. Some of these payments used to stretch out at like the 500K position over 4 years. Now it's only over 2. And now they guarantee the number of payments. What does that mean? That means as a Premier you're going to get 9 payments. If something happened and you fell back rank, maybe you qualified month 1 and 2, and then maybe month 3 and 4 you fell back, the month 5 you pick back up the 3rd payment. So that's really amazing and really incredible. So what does this mean? At the 20K, when I hit 20K, I'm going to get an additional $5,000, and they're going to pay it to me in 6 payments. So if I'm qualified for the next 6 months in a row, I get the next 6 months in a row. If something happened and I fell back a month or 2, then the payments pick back up as soon as I qualify again. And I'm guaranteed to get at least 6 payments of $833.34. At the 20K level. Plus, of course, at that level I'm getting my car bonus. I'm also getting all my 20K bonuses. I'm getting 7 levels of pay in the unilevel comp plan. So there's a lot of money at 20K, and that's our first really big goal. The next one, of course, Premier. At the Premier level, when you get there, you're going to get an additional $10,000. They're going to pay 9 payments of a little over $1,100 a month. You can get both at the same time. Let's say you go 20K this month, and in 2 months you go Premier. So then, and by the way, as soon as you hit the rank, you get your first rank advancement bonus next month. You don't have to maintain the qualification for any period of time. You make 20K this month, that payment is on your check next month. Let's say 3 months down the road you go Premier. So then you're still getting maybe payment 3, 4, 5, and 6 of 20K and payment 1 of Premier. And then let's say a few months later you go 100K. Now all of a sudden you're going to get a $25,000 rank advancement bonus, and they're going to pay it over 12 guaranteed payments. And so that month you might still be getting your last 20K bonus, and you still have 6 months worth of Premier bonuses that are coming. And then now you're getting your 100K payment. So all of a sudden you could be making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month extra on your rank advancement bonuses until all payments are paid. 200Ks get an extra $50,000 paid out over 18 payments. And 500Ks get an extra $100,000, and that's paid out over 24 months. So 500K, folks, you get there, that's almost $200,000 in rank advancement bonuses alone, in addition to the monthly residual that you get from the Drive Your Own Dream and from the unilevel and from Premiers and above, your share of the global bonus pool. So let's talk about these global bonus pools. So we've got 2 of them. We have our customer volume. All customer orders go into the iBonus pool, and only the lower ranked distributors are even eligible to earn iBonuses, the 1Ks, the 5Ks, and the 20Ks. All customer volume, 1Ks can share in 3% of every customer order. If it's a 100-point order, that's $3 from that customer order that goes into that 1K pool. 1% of all customer volume goes into the 5K pool. 1% of all customer volume goes into the 20K pool. And to get a share of the pool as a 1K, and you have to be, again, 200 personal volume. That's why if you're serious about the business, you want to be on 200-point order minimum, and then get to 3 when you start to have customers on your levels 6, 7, 8, 9. But 200 points, And then I need to have 1,000 in I volume as a 1K. Now what is I volume? I volume is all the volume that is ordered by you and your personally sponsored customers and their customers and so on. You can actually get to the 1K position with just customers. So remember, to be a 1K, I just have to sponsor 3 people, customers or distributors, who have at least 100 points on their team between their personal orders and any customers they've referred. So let's say I have 10 customers or 8 customers doing 100 and I'm doing 200. There's 1,000 points and I'm qualified for the 1K pool. Or if I have 3 customers who have some customers who have some customers and all their customer orders together is 800 points, and my personal purchase of 200 is added to that. It's part of I volume. And there's 1,000, and I'm qualified for a share of that 1K I bonus pool. So 5Ks and 20Ks have to have 2,500 in I volume in order to get a share of those pools. So remember, as we're building, we're going to look for customers. I actually look for customers as part of my business building efforts. I start everyone as a customer. When I talk to somebody about the business, before I sponsor them as a distributor while I'm getting them information, explaining the compensation plan, the first thing I do is say, let's sign you up as a customer and get some products on their way to you, because certainly you're going to want to evaluate and try the products before you make a decision on the business. And so we get products going to them right away. They're my customer. And then if they decide, you know what, I don't think the business is for me, but believe me, they're going to be my customer, because once I get them to try the products, they're going to love the products. They're going to want to keep using the products. So I am absolutely going to have lots of I volume. I'll have lots of customer volume as I do this. So I get everyone's a customer. It's just part of the process. I'm talking to you about the business. Let's get some products going so you can try the products while you're looking at the business. And that's I volume for me. That's customer volume for me. That's 15% that I get on that order next week for me. And then if you decide to become a distributor, you like everything that you've seen, now you're one of my distributors, and now I'm going to get that 25% power start on your first order. And then everybody I help you sponsor, I'm going to get 15% on, and all those bonuses are going to be paid weekly. So we just love our iBonus pools. We love our customers. And as our 1Ks and our 5Ks and our 20Ks are using and sharing products and getting customers and getting shares of that, they're also building their network and promoting in these ranks to eventually get to the premier level. And the premiers get a share on all volume in the company, every customer order and every distributor order. Every order in the world by any customer or any distributor, 3% of that is going into this global bonus pool where premiers and above are going to share in that. Now, it's one big happy pool that's shared by premiers, 100Ks and 200Ks, but it's shared according to the amount of volume you have, and they calculate, premiers get to count all their group volume in their first 3 levels, and that number is going to be determined pro rata share of the pool. 100Ks get to count all the volume in their first 6 levels. So obviously, if you do a 3 by 3 by 3 and look, there's a lot more volume in 6 levels than there is in 3, so our 100Ks get a much larger share of that pool. And the 200Ks get to count all the volume in their first 9 levels. And obviously, in 9 levels is a whole lot of group volume that not only are you getting your 5% residual unilevel check on, but you're also getting that to count to a much larger share of our global bonus pool, which is why our 200Ks make so much more money. Now, our global bonus pools, both the iBonus and our premier pools, are all paid monthly on our unilevel checks. So our weekly checks, again, are customer orders, all customers through 9 levels, and all new distributors that you sponsor, and all new distributors that your personally sponsored distributors sponsor. So that's our weekly. Our monthly is our unilevel and our iBonus pools and our global bonus pools. So now let's just break this down a little bit and look at the potential here for payout. So this is an example of being a 5K. A qualified 5K earns 5 levels of compensation. So if I had just 3 people, and they were only doing 100 points. Now remember, most of us, if we're doing the business, we're doing 200 because we make a lot more money at 200 than 100. You miss out on a lot of bonuses if you're only doing 100. But for the purposes of the income example, I'm going to show you at the minimum. I'm going to show you just at the 100. So if I had 3 people, and they each had 3 people, who had 3 people, who had 3 people, and everybody was just doing 100, I'm going to earn over $1,800 residual on those orders. If I had 3 people that did 100, who had 3 people that did 100, and so on. As a 5K, I would be qualified for 5 levels of that, so I would be over $1,800. But if we look at this, look at the group volume. If you'd had 3, who had 3, who had 3, who were just doing 100, you'd actually have over 36,000 in group volume, and you'd actually have your 3 personally sponsored people would have over 5,000 in group volume, which would mean you would actually be qualified as a 20K in this example. And a 20K earns 7 levels, 2 more levels. So let's just take it down and look. 7 levels. 7 levels is over $16,000 a month on the same network, 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, but now we're taking it down through 7 levels. So now you'll see with geometric growth, as we continue to use and share products and the opportunity with others and help them do the same thing, we're going to leverage ourselves. We're going to leverage ourselves hundreds of levels of deep eventually. So in this example, you'll see it's almost 10 times the income, and you have the same number of people. Actually, you're just taking it down another couple of levels as you work with people on your 3rd level, your 4th level, your 5th level. You're not going to just work with your own personally sponsored people. As you can see, we're going to work with everyone because we're going to create an amazing income. Now, at this level, you'd actually be qualified as a 200K Premier, but Premiers and above get the full 9 levels of the compensation. So if we take it down 2 more levels to 9, it gets ridiculous, so I'm going to let you do the math. Our compensation plan is simple. You get 2% on everything you do personally on your front line and 5% on everyone that falls within a 9-level organization. So you're going to decide, how big do you want? How many people do you want on your front line? 3, 4, 5? How much volume are you going to duplicate? Are your people going to have 100 or 200? Are we going to get people in right away as leaders and get them to see as 200 personal volume? You're going to be able to earn all of our commissions. At 200, you're going to be able to earn I-volume bonuses. You're going to be able to earn the lifestyle bonuses. You're going to be able to earn a 2nd level power start. You're going to be able to earn on levels 2 through 5 of customers in your organization. So, of course, we all want to be at 200, and that means these numbers could potentially be doubled. So you do the math, and I just want you to sit down and understand the potential of what you have in your hands right now. And let's look at how many people. Do you want to build 3 or do you want to build 5? This is just kind of an example of how much bigger 5 is. Now, a lot of us are going to start with 3, but eventually we're going to add a 4th team and a 5th team because we're going to be able to greatly, significantly increase our income potential. And let's look at the business models. So I already went through what you would get if at 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 at 100, over $1,800. But that same business model, if it was with 5 people who got 5 people who got 5 people who got 5 people, it's over $19,000. So that's, again, over 10 times the income, and I'm just building 5. And to become a 500K, I need 5 people. So if I had 5 different legs with the 5 leaders I was looking for, my income potential as I take that down to level 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 is gigantic. So just make that decision for yourself. What does it take to hit the ranks? This is an old chart, and I apologize for it, but I just want you to understand one principle here. This is a chart all the way back to 2009. It's the last time we did it. We asked Xango to run some stats on what it would take to hit the ranks. And at that particular point in time, these are the average numbers of people had sponsored. And I want you to also know that we had no customer program back there. So these numbers actually reflect total numbers sponsored of customers and distributors. So at the level 1K, the average 1K in the company back then, and by the way, we started in 2002, so some of these 1Ks had been 1Ks maybe they'd been in the company for years. And so it's not like a 1K when you just hit the 1K rank. Like if you start today, you'll probably hit 1K with 3 people or maybe 4 sponsored. But as years go by, the average 1K had 15 sponsored. The average 5K had 28. The average 20K had 46. The average Premier had 66. The average 500K had over 100 personally sponsored people. And of course, the average income, if you really take a look at it, Premier versus 500K, we're talking about a 5-figure monthly income or a 6-figure monthly income. Premier you can get to with 3 personally sponsored. 500K you can get to with 5 personally sponsored, so it's not even double the work for 10 times the income potential. So I really want you to understand our comp plan because I want you to really think about what you want. Where do you want to go? What do you want to be? What do you want to have? What do you want to accomplish? Because the day you start in Xango, it's just as easy to set your sights on 500K as it is Premier because you haven't even begun to talk to people yet. You haven't even worked your warm market yet. So why don't you just dream big? And one of the things I love about dreaming really big is if you set your sights on 500K and only hit Premier, hey, Premier is awesome. Premier is a lifelong residual income that you'll be very happy about. And you will win trips all over the world, and you'll be able to pass on a legacy to your children because when you die, your Xango distributorship does not. And it's willable, and it's sellable, and it's an asset, and it's amazing. So dream big right now. Now, I'm going to take you down to something called the power of one because a lot of people, I talk big numbers because there's big potential. But there's a lot of people, you might be one of them, who's thinking, oh, yeah, but I don't know anybody. And by the way, let me just go back to those higher ranks for a minute. You do not have to personally know anyone. You don't have to personally sponsor anyone that hits any kind of a rank. Here's what you have to do. You have to sponsor people, work their list, and find out who they know and help them sponsor people and help them sponsor people until you find somebody on each of 3 teams to go Premier or 5 teams to go 500K. You got to find people that, and you'll find them. There's some sayings in network marketing. Every dud knows a stud. Find the heat and work with the heat. You don't have to personally find anyone who goes to any kind of rank. You used to in the past. When I went 500K, I'd personally sponsor those 5 people to qualify for my rank. Now, doesn't matter. I have to look for people, help them look for people, help them look for people, help them look for people until I find people who want big things in their life and they want to build this business and they create volume. And as I do that, so let's talk about the power of one for a moment, though, because a lot of people say, I don't know anybody, I don't think I could sponsor 3 people or 5 people or 10 people or 100 people to go 5. Okay, let me just ask you this. If you're serious about your business and about your goals, if every single day you talk to 3, 5, 10 people, pick up the phone. Call people you know. You know this weight loss is amazing. Everyone you call will try it. Everyone will try it. Everyone who's looking to lose weight will try everything that anyone ever recommends to them and hope that they find something that works. Everyone will try it if you just pick up the phone and start calling. Remember, Xango has a money-back guarantee. Remember, Xango will ship it to them directly. This product line, it's $100 for these 3 products that just got released. Pick up the phone, dial for dollars, sign them all up as customers. If they decide they want to do the business later, then we'll convert them. Sign them as a customer. You're going to get 15% commissions next week on every single order. You're going to begin to build your eye volume, your group volume. You're going to be sponsoring people, and some of them are going to refer their friends. Remember, if they don't love the product in 30 days, they get their money back. But if they love the product and they tell their friends, then they begin to leverage themselves, and it's leveraging yourself, and it's creating group volume. It's going to promote you through the ranks. So I just want you to know that if you pick up the phone, you're going to sponsor customers. You won't be able to help it. So if you did every single day, say you just called one person every single day, do you think that you could sponsor at least one person a month that does at least 100 points? Think about it. I think you know you can. And here's the key. We're going to do this. We're going to make a 12-month commitment to do this. I'm going to sponsor one every single month for 12 months. Who will commit to doing the same? Now, this is not much effort, folks. This is only a $100 a month commitment. This is only sponsor one single person a month for 12 months. That's all we all have to do. That's the commitment we're looking for. One a month for 12 months. Who will sponsor one a month for 12 months? Who will sponsor one a month for 12 months? And here's what happens. See, at the end of the first month, I have one distributor. At the end of my fourth month, it takes me 4 months, 4 months to get to the 1K position. I could do that. By the way, you want to know how to get to 1K fast? How you get to 1K fast is when I sponsor people as customers and they start to tell some of their friends to try the product, to evaluate it, see if it works, to make a decision on the business. They end up telling 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 of their friends, and they refer them as customers too, because if you really want to evaluate this business and you really want to evaluate the products, you don't want to just try them yourself. You want to get your friends to try them too. And so my customers will have 3 or 4 or 5 customers of their own when they make the business decision. You know what? This product's amazing. We love it. My friends love it. I want to do this. And guess what? When they convert to a distributor, their customers go with them, and boom. The moment they convert to a distributor, they're instantly a 1K. Many people, the goal is to go 1K in your first 30 days. But this example of only doing one person a month, it takes 4 months to get to the 1K position. That's okay. Month 6, you're a 5K. Month 8, you're a 20K. Month 9, you're a Premier. Month 10, you're a 100K. Month 11, you're a 200K. Month 12, you'd be a 500K. Even though this example only shows 400,000 in volume, that's only because I'm only showing it with 100 points. And once you make money, you're going to be at 200 a month. 20Ks and above have to be at 200 a month. So there's going to be tons of people in here at 200 a month, and you're going to be way over the $400,000 level. What I want you to understand is this. No matter what you do, as long as you are consistent, one person a month and who does the same thing, or you go out and look for 3, 5, or 10 people every single day, you will accomplish your goals if you are consistent and you don't quit on yourself. See, our statistics are pretty huge. We have over 140 people who have earned over $1 million in Xango now so far in their Xango career. But we have over 170,000 people that have earned over $1,000 a month. Over 250,000 people have earned over $500 a month. You know, at those levels, these people don't quit. Why would you? Why would you quit? The goal is to get you profitable just as quickly as possible. Get your products for free, let you enjoy some tax benefits of owning your own home-based business, let you earn some profit, and have some extra money every single month, because even an extra $500 a month, that can pay for a lot of stuff. That can pay for a new car if you drive a new car under warranty, so you don't have to drive a clunker that might break down any minute and you can't afford the repair bill. It can let you buy a nicer home, live in a nicer neighborhood. Your kids will go to better public schools. It'll let you have a savings account to put some money away or to make investments. So whatever your goal is, we can help you get there in Xango. Now, I said I'd put my money where my mouth was in this compensation plan. So now I'm going to go into something really deep. All right? If you're brand new, this is probably going to be way over your head. Just don't worry about it. Just know, just kind of in the back of your mind, know that this exists. Because if you come across somebody who understands compensation plans, you want them to understand what we call our X factor, and that's dynamic compression. What dynamic compression means is this. Most companies have compression. What all compression means is if somebody in my team does not order, somebody within my 9 levels does not place an order that month, then whoever's on my 10th level will roll into my 9. Dynamic compression, or it's also known as streamlined compression, is something that means not only does volume roll up so you get paid on your levels of commissions, but unearned commissions roll up also. What does that mean? Unearned commissions. So if I'm a 1K and I have people on my 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th level, I'm only qualified to get 4, what happens to those bonuses? Well, in 99.9% of every company out there, the company keeps them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. They shouldn't give it to you if you're not qualified to earn it yet. Company keeps it. The problem is, and that's called breakage. It's kind of like the industry's dirty little secret. The problem with that is when companies start to make less money because they're paying out more, they start to change the comp plan and mess around. They want more of your money. So they mess things up so that they get more and you get less. It creates competition between the company and the distributors. But in Xango, guess who gets that money? The first distributor upline who is qualified for it. Level 5 would go to the first $5K in your upline. Level 6 would go to the first $20K in your upline from there. So because it's all paid to distributors, Xango pays out 50% of its commissionable volume to the field, to us. And we get to decide how we want to divvy it up. How much of that do you want? If you're a 1K, you're going to get 4 levels. If you're a 5K, you're going to get 5 levels. You want all 9? Become a premier. It's up to us to divvy that up. The company does not make any more or any less depending on your rank. It makes us partners. They want us to succeed. They want us all to be premiers. It doesn't change their commission payout at all. So let's just talk about this so I can explain how this works. So say a brand new distributor comes in. His name is Ben. And Ben places a 200 PV order. Of course, it's going to be 200 because he wants to make money. He's a distributor. He's not messing around. If he was messing around, then maybe he'd be a customer still. But he's placing a 200 PV order. So the company is going to pay out level 1 to the first representative in Ben's upline. What's a representative? Somebody who does 100 points in volume. So as long as you're ordering at least 100 points, you're entitled to 2 levels of pay. So level 1, Adam, is the first upline representative who's active from Ben. He gets level 1, and Sarah is the next upline representative, so she gets level 2. Now, who gets level 3? Level 3s are going to go to the first upline 1K. The next upline is Gary. He's just a representative. He's not entitled to it. So it skips him, and it goes to Bob. Bob's a 1K. He gets level 3. Where does level 4 go? The next upline 1K. So the next upline is Sally, who's a representative. So she doesn't earn it. She's not qualified. Joe is the next upline 1K. He gets level 4. Level 5 goes to the next person upline from Joe, who's qualified. That would be a 5K or above, and that's Kathy. She's 5K. Level 6 is going to go to the next person upline who's a 20K or above. So the next upline is Carol, but she's only a 5K, so it skips her and goes to Peter, because Peter's a premier. So yes, he definitely is qualified for level 7, as well as 8 and 9, but this is the level 7 bonus we're talking about here. So Peter gets level 7. I'm sorry, level 6. Level 7 goes to the next upline, 20K or above. That's Mike. Level 8 goes to the next upline, Premier or above. That's Sue. And level 9 goes to the next upline, Premier or above. That's Tom. This is how Ben's order got paid out. All 9 levels got paid out. Xango doesn't keep a dime. They pay it all to the field. That's our X factor. We don't pay as much as 50%. We pay out 50% of all commissionable volume to the field. And in addition to that, we get our amazing incentives and our paradise trips. Let me just give you another example on what's so cool about this. This is kind of like an infinity bonus, really, because if your rank is higher than the people in your downline, you can start to earn this dynamic compression from the title of 1K, because a 1K gets the 4 levels. So if you've got, you could have 10 levels deep of representatives. As you're building to 1K, initially you probably will. You're going to sponsor people, help them sponsor people, help them sponsor people, and you might have volume down on your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th level, and they're working towards 1K, but they're not yet there yet. So you're going to earn your minimum of 4 levels as a 1K, and you also can earn the breakage. So this chart is 22 levels of people ordering, and it shows you how every order is paid out. So here's Ann down here as a representative. So she's coming in. Her order is going to go level 1 to Mary, level 2 to Dan, the representatives, and it's going to go level 3. I got to change Hal's title there. He's going to be a 1K to Hal, a level 4 to Ron, level 5 to Liz. And now, see the people in between that get skipped. They get skipped because they're not qualified to get it yet. But rather than Xango keep those commissions, they find somebody upline who's qualified, and they pay it to them. So what I want you to see here is this. 1Ks will earn dynamic compression, which is like an infinity bonus. To infinity on their teams, on their legs, don't have 1Ks in them yet. When they do, from that 1K down, then they will be blocked, but they're still getting at least their 4 levels on that team. And that's what's cool. A 1K earns a minimum of 4 levels. They don't just earn 4 levels, a minimum of 4 levels. 5Ks, when you're a 5K, you are earning dynamic compression on your preferred, on your representative legs, on your 1K legs. So as a 5K, you can get even further because you're getting your minimum of 5 levels, but plus if you've just got all 1Ks under you with representatives, because they're promoting but they're not there yet, you could have volume 20 levels deep, as you can see in this example. And you're going to be getting paid the unearned commissions or the breakage on your 1Ks. They're only eligible to earn 4, so you get their 5th level. And you get their representatives' 5th levels, and their representatives' 5th levels, and so on. Now 20Ks, because they jump up 2 levels, they go from 5 levels to 7. Again, a minimum of 7. A maximum, thousands. And we have many people that earn hundreds and even thousands of levels deep as people sponsor people who sponsor people who sponsor people, and not everyone wants to go to the top and become a premier. So we have a lot of representatives that have sponsored people that have gone the distance, or 1Ks or 5Ks, and maybe they're happy with that. Imagine this, a 5K sponsors somebody who becomes a premier, but they don't really care about becoming a premier. They're still making really good money on what they have on the premier, and they're still, even on the premier leg, they're going to get 5 levels, but what if their other 2 legs are 1Ks? They're going to get infinity. This is it's a secret that greatly multiplies the income potential, and that's why we created over $100 million earners in our first 10 years alone. So our 20Ks can actually earn dynamic compression on another 20K leg, because if I have a 20K under me, they are going to get level 6, but I'm going to get their level 7 because they don't have any 20Ks under them yet. And premiers earn dynamic compression on everyone, on other premiers, on 20Ks, 5Ks, etc. So let me just show you this example, what it actually looked like. These people that are in color highlighted. Jen actually got paid down the whole 22 levels, and as a premier. Rob is a premier. He got paid all the way down, like 22 levels. Jim is a 20K. He got paid all the way down in this whole leg that I showed you. Liz is a 5K, got paid all the way down to the bottom. Ron is a 1K, got all the way down to the bottom. And the really cool thing here is, as you see, Ron got the level 4 to infinity, Liz level 5 to infinity, Jim level 6, Rob level 7, Jen level 8. There's still a level 9 to infinity that hasn't even been paid out. It's going to go to Jen's upline premier, whoever that is. This is a massive monster compensation plan, folks. I want you to get it. I want you to know the potential. I want you to know what you need to do. You need to use and share the products and the opportunity with others. You need to build 3 to 5 teams of people who do the same thing. You need to commit. You need to be consistent. You need to share every single day. And you need to invest in yourself. You need to invest yourself, and you need to go to the events, because the events are where you're going to meet other people who are going to give you your ahas. What does that mean? You know, there's so many questions that we all have, and we don't even know what they are until somebody says something that makes us go, aha, and you totally get it, and like it just clicks, and it just changes everything for you in your business, and you're going to get them there. Our Vista Leadership, we usually have these once a quarter, and there's still 2 of them left. There's one in San Diego on February 11th, and there's one in Miami on February 25th. I believe the Miami one is Spanish-speaking, but they'll have translation. So these are our Vista events, and at these are one-day, all-day workshops. We're going to get product training. We're going to get compensation plan training. We're going to be there with other leaders, and they're awesome. But our international convention, we only have these every other year. The next one is coming up the first weekend in June at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. You don't want to miss that. If you're serious about your business, this is the #1 commitment you need to make. is to be at our international convention. So there's tickets available. You can go to xango.com/events or bzango.com and sign up and register for that. Stay plugged in. Xango has a YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/XangoJuice, and Xango University also. These workshops that we do every single Saturday are archived on our YouTube channel. So make sure that you plug in to YouTube and subscribe. And you can subscribe if you have a Gmail address. And if you don't, you should get one because there's a lot of Google tools that you'd be able to start accessing if you had a Gmail address. Facebook, stay plugged in. Xango Corporate, facebook.com/XangoJuice. Xango University is facebook.com/Xango University. And we also archive our Super Saturdays on our Xango University Facebook page, as well as our Monday night Maximize Monday calls. Stay plugged into Xango Corporate, Xango.com. They have a blog. Go to the blog and see all the latest news. Go to the events and see all the events. That is your site. That is your resource. XangoEris.com. The blog, there's science, there's testimonials, but there's also resources. And if you go to the resources on XangoEris.com, you will find amazing things to help you do a 2-minute miracle home party. As a matter of fact, it's just plug and play. Everything is there. You can't help but build a business if you just commit to the process. Instagram, Twitter, Xango is on both. Make sure that you go to the official channels on Twitter. It's twitter.com/Xango1. On Instagram, instagram.com/Xango_official. And this is where you can begin to follow, and there's always posts, and you can share them. And if you're into those social media avenues, if not, don't try to learn now. I mean, just learn and grow with what you know, with what you're comfortable with. It's Xango 2.0. The future is here. I've been waiting for this for 14 years. I knew the day would come because Xango's already accomplished more things than most companies will ever accomplish. Xango's already 1 in 1,000. We not only have accomplished things that most companies will never accomplish, but we broke the records accomplishing them. We were the fastest company to do $100 million a year in sales, the fastest company to do $250 million a year in sales. Our goal is to be the fastest company to reach $1 billion a year in sales. And folks, we're on track to do that because right now in 2016 we launched some new products. This 2-minute miracle gel with mangosteen is huge. Our Xango Picks line is incredible. These are both very inexpensive products that are easy to demonstrate that work instantly. And our new Picks weight management product line is just really, really, really huge. So the future is absolutely here. If you are brand new, you make a commitment, 3 people a day minimum. 10 people a day is better. 10 people a day and you could probably change your entire world in the next 6 months. I did, and many other people did as well. So I hope you do that. I want to thank you all for joining me here today. We are actually out of time. However, I am going to, for those who want to, I see some questions in the question box, so I'm going to go ahead and take a quick look at that. If you don't have any questions, then thank you for joining us here. Get on the phone today and call some people. Call some people about the weight management line because everyone will want to try it. On Facebook, there was a Facebook Live event where Beverly Hollister and Kelly Allred talked about the products in detail. So if you feel like you need some training, do that. Or go to the website or go to the blog and read it. But get on the phone and start calling people and telling people about our products. Tell people about our opportunity. Do it every single day. Do it often. The more often you do and the more people you share with, the bigger you'll grow and the more you'll leverage yourself. So that's what I hope for you. Okay. Questions. What Facebook page? Okay, that came in like an hour ago, so I probably answered it. So, Lynn, if not, please ask the question again because I probably covered that. Oh, no, I did not. Okay, Lynn. You wanted to know where I put some of these. So if you go to Facebook and search it and go to Xango Nation, this is a group. And a lot of Xango distributors obviously are members of this group. And so if you go to the group, oh, I went to somebody's profile. There's actually a profile with that too. So make sure you go to the Xango Nation group. So if you do Xango Nation, it'll say Xango Nation. That's a person. We don't want the person. We want the group. Hang on. What did Xango change their algorithm? All right. I think I have to go to my profile first. That's what's wrong. And then go to Xango Nation. All right. Well, you know what? Oh, there we go. Groups. I just have to click on groups. All right. Xango Nation. There's 1,645 members right now. If you're not a member, join it. So you click on Xango Nation group, and if you see, there's files. And hold on just a second. I got to pull the bottom of this up so you can see. Okay. So if you go there, there's files. And if you go to files, you'll see I just put 2 new files in here that are a compensation plan. So here's our comp plan. And this is the 2-page one. And what this is, I'll just show it to you real quick. What this is, it's our comp plan. It's what I just did. I actually grabbed screenshots of this and put it in my PowerPoint. So you want the whole comp plan? It's 2 pages. Very simple. It's right there in the Facebook group on Xango Nation. And then the other one I like is a 1-pager. It's a cheat sheet. So if we click on this, oops, let me just preview it. So if we click on this one, it's just a single page, but it's all on 1 page. And so it's kind of cool just to have it in front of you. If you're doing a presentation or you need a review or you want to ask your question, then it's a single page. So either one is in the Xango Nation Facebook group under Files. iBonuses, yes, it's paid monthly. Are you going to have the picks in Europe? Yes, you will, Susanna. I don't know when. You just got the 2-minute Miracle Gel, so you're going to focus on that first. And that just launched, was it last weekend or the weekend before? It was just there at the event in Madrid. It was incredible, and this product is incredible. So 2-minute Miracle and picks. So those are 2 amazing lead products. And, of course, everything else to those 2. I lead with the Paradise Trips oftentimes. But, yeah. You just got the 2-minute Miracle Gel, so you want to run with that until you get the PICS products out there. How do you track I don't want to go into a training, Kay, about how do I track prospects because it's another whole training, and we'll do it one day. But there's so many different ways. So there's all kinds of database and contact managers. There's all kinds of them online. Google, if you hit a Google address, there's a calendar in Google. There's a contact list in Google, and you can make different groups, and you can have your 2-minute Miracle customer groups and your PIC customers, or you can have your distributors or your business prospects, and as you have to schedule an appointment, you can put them on your account. There's so many ways to follow up, but that's a whole other training, so I'm going to defer to another training on that or defer you to your sponsor. Last question, to get paid on a customer, at what time of the week or the month? Our week ends at midnight Mountain Time on Sunday night. So if you want to get paid next week, you got to have that customer or that distributor place their order by midnight Mountain Time on Sunday night. If they're not on ADP, what point of the week, respect to when a customer do they have to place to get on? And so as a new distributor, that's why you need to sponsor new distributors with an order. I actually made a mistake of doing that once because I was actually standing in line at events sponsoring a new distributor at a Vista event. And we're standing in the line to get to the front to get the order. So she's going to place her order at the front of the line. So while I was in the line, it was like, okay, well, I just got to get her a distributor ID number. So we're on the phone signing up. Got to the front of the line, placed the order, and forgot to do the ADP, which we just got it taken care of later in the month. But, yeah, you want to sponsor people on ADP right when you sponsor them for sure. Why haven't we heard Dr. T talk about weight loss? He is in Thailand till March. We will be hearing from Dr. T. We will have him on a Super Saturday training webinar on the weight loss very, very soon. And, of course, he will be at our international convention. So I think that's it. Thanks, everybody, for your time. Now let's go out and share some products. Let's go talk about the opportunity. Let's go make some progress towards getting to paradise, and I hope to see every single one of you in August in the Dominican Republic. If you want to be there, you will be there, and I hope that you choose to be there. Let's go talk to folks. Let's go change some lives. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.